Hello. So we're doing chair maintenance. I am really behind on cleaning my chair. I'm also taking my brakes off. Sounds crazy, I know, but I really don't use them as I don't transfer in and out of my chair, and these just keep hitting my thumbs. It's called thumb busters for a reason. They keep hitting my thumbs when I try and give my chair a really good push. Hello. They keep hitting my thumbs when I try and give a good push, and they're really starting to cause a lot of pain and inflammation in my thumbs. So until I can go to my wheelchair seating clinic and get a new chair, they're coming off. If it becomes an issue and I need them back, I'll put them back on. But don't foresee it being an issue. I gotta take these guys off here. Maybe. I got these in here really good. They're coming. Just give me a minute. Hi, Denali. Hi, baby. Come over here then. Come here. Come here. Come here. I know. I forgot to take your collar off. Come here. Here we go. Oh, boy. Sometimes you just got to sit here and wiggle them out. I have these taped so that they're tighter because they like to wobble. It just adds a little bit of diameter to the chair tip so that it doesn't wiggle. Also, anybody who does chair maintenance on their own chair, I got this tool from Target for I think it was $30, but it comes with all the attachments, I think 4 or 5 whole sets of attachments, and it's what I use on my chair. This is gonna take a minute. It's what I use on my chair pretty much always, unless it's at an angle and I can't use a straight up and down screwdriver, then I get my Allen wrenches out because they're at an angle. But this equipment is, yet again, once this is taken off, I have a whole drawer for all of my equipment. Oh, there it goes. I have a whole drawer for all of my equipment, and that's where all of this goes. Put this back in here. Put this back together in case I need to put them back on. It's also really important when you take this stuff off. Take note of what is where and how it goes together if you don't have the manual. Because if you want to put it back on, you're going to be royally screwed. So right here is the main bracket for the brake, and whoop, this is my actual brake. And the part that I keep hitting is right here. When you go to wheel, it hits and catches your thumb, and then you end up with bruises on the tops of your thumbs. Or if you're like me with fibro, it causes even more joint inflammation than you already have. Hello, my love. What? Did you bring your ball? Come say hi to the people. Come here. Come here. You brought me your ball. You already broke the squeaker on this one? But yeah, that's kind of how that works. If you're gonna do anything, get scissor brakes, get bottom lock brakes. If I would have had the ability to, I would have gotten them, but these are what came standard on my chair. So yeah, they gotta go. They're annoying and they hurt really bad. So yeah. I think, where is my, okay, it's still in here. I also use a lot of WD-40 when I do this. So if you're going to do chair maintenance, please have oil. Your chair needs oiled to function properly. It has a lot of moving parts, so make sure your chair is oiled. Where is my, I'm just going to use this. My other brush, oh wait, no, here's one. I do use a hairbrush for hair dyeing to clean off the dirt and dust and debris. Drop it. Come here. Come here. Don't say hi. Okay, take it. Take it. He says, no, I want you to throw it. Okay. But that's what I use to kind of clean off any of the dirt and debris from my chair. And clean it off. Denali, what are you doing? Oh, hi, Booker. My sister let her cat out. But yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. I really would like my my seat to floor height or my wheel height to really be dropped so that my chair can be boosted up. But because of how my front casters are, there's no way for me to do that without getting a new caster set. So I'll kind of show you here on my casters. You can see that the bolt is all the way to the lowest setting. This is pushing up the caster as high as it can go, essentially, with having my chair. So if I were to boost this up, this would have to drop lower, and there's no space left. So I would have to get new casters and get a whole new fork set. And I'm just not going to do that because I'm supposed to go back to talk to my seating technician within the next month. I'm supposed to go talk to them, and I don't see the point in worrying about it when I'm going to go anyways. But yeah, I try and do this a couple times a month, depending on how much I'm using my chair and how much I'm leaving my house. Sometimes I do it more often than once a month. Just kind of depends. But yeah, there's one side done. I do have some color corrector to fix the scratches and dings and stuff on the chair. I just have to find it. It's in my side drawer. So that's that. Hold on, Denali. I know, you're right there. Watch your feetsies. I don't want to hit your feet. There you go. Take these off. Obviously, these are wheels. Yeah. They don't stick out very far. I have them at 70 degrees. My foot plates are 70-degree foot plates. Let's see how I can show you here. They're 70-degree foot plates, so they come out 70 degrees. And my footboard is taken back as far as it can go without interfering with the larger casters. In the future, I will be getting smaller casters on my next chair, which my next chair will be a rigid. Just because I got this chair in a situation where I needed a folding chair at the time, and I don't really need a folding chair anymore. Space-wise, I can handle having a rigid chair. So, yeah, next chair will be a rigid. I suggest anybody who has enough space and ability to do so, get a rigid chair. There's less play in it. That one came out a lot easier. There's play in the movement of the chair, and it gives you more oomph with your hands to move the chair. Nothing against a folding frame chair, because I love this chair, I do, but it's about sparing my energy as much as possible, and it's very simply Um, I wouldn't say it's hard to get around in a chair. Harder, definitely. It's definitely harder. If accessibility was better, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but it's not. You get a lot of weird interactions, pity looks, people just being rude, because I obviously am able to walk with assistance. There are people who are like, oh, well, if you can walk, then why do you use a wheelchair? One, that's no one's business. And two, if you act like an asshole, I'm going to act like an asshole right back. So yeah. It's mostly issues with the general public that causes issues, in my opinion. It's gonna be so nice not to have brakes to bang my thumbs on. But yeah. I probably need to add more tape to this. Where did it tape to? I don't know if I still have it. I do not. It's not that big of a deal. So I usually, like I said before, I add clear tape to this. But yeah, that's how I keep them nice and tight. So basically what happens when I get a new chair, this is still my chair. And I was thinking about this. I don't know if I'm going to keep this chair as a backup, or I'm really thinking about running not necessarily a giveaway, but a donation to somebody whose insurance won't clear them for a nice custom, because this chair is extremely customizable. I love this chair. And it does work very, very well for a first chair because of how customizable it is. You can do a lot with it. So yeah, but I would have to have it would either go to somebody that I know for a fact, like their insurance is not going to clear their chair, or I would have to have some sort of proof that, like, obviously that you require the chair and that your insurance isn't going to clear the chair, that you're in desperate need. I'm not just going to give it to somebody who, is just wants the chair to have the chair. It's not fun. It's not a game. It's not a toy. This is a like $10,000 wheelchair. Actually, now that I think about it, let me think here. It would be $8,000 wheelchair. But yeah, I would have to have some sort of proof. Then give me your ball if you're gonna sit here and milk it. Come here. Denali is sitting here wanting me to play. So basically, there are ways that insurance, I won't say everybody gets to keep their chair, because that's not the truth. There are some times where people don't get to keep their chairs, depending on how the insurance works and stuff like that. If you're wondering what I'm doing, this is WD-40. It's oil for the chair. I usually put some inside my wheel bearings, not wheel bearings, but shafts for my wheels. I'm doing great. My brain is Swiss cheese today. But yeah, getting a custom chair is a big commitment. I see looking up videos of how to pick a custom, and the things that you need to think about. Same thing, like I said, do not get these brakes, okay? Don't. Get scissor locking brakes that lock from the underside of your chair. These are going to bang your thumbs, and you're going to end up cutting your thumbs up. They're great for people who have somebody else pushing them, or who don't use their brakes, who use their brakes to slow themselves down and stuff like that. Great. Awesome. Not great if you're like me and don't use your brakes very often, because they just continue to hit your hands and they hurt really bad. So yeah. Let's see. Do I need to do my casters? I probably want to do my casters. So for those of you who don't know, I'm sure there's people here who don't have a wheelchair. Your casters collect hair. And if you're like me, with long hair and works in a place with a lot of long-haired, lovely ladies, you get lots and lots of hair inside your casters. And it gunks up the works. It's really hard to spin and roll. So yeah, you have to clean them out. Let's see here. I'm trying to decide if I want to take my casters off. I'm probably gonna have to take my casters off. So basically how I do mine, is this the same size? Yes, it is. How I do mine is I size my monkey wrench here. It's kind of hard to see. I size a monkey wrench. I put the monkey wrench over here to hold on to this. And then other way. There it goes. It's easier to do it with the monkey wrench holding it in place, and then you just spin the Allen wrench back out. And be very, very careful. Whoop! Because right there's my other nut. And you push this back out. Right there's the other bolt. And then mine has two spacers that you kind of have to cradle here. And right there is all of the innards to my chair. Now, I'll show you what happens to your chair here. Give me just a second. You get all this nastiness inside of your wheel bearings. And it's gross. And it slows your chair down and makes it harder to push. And I do always do maintenance on my chair before I go and do serious meetups. I'm doing a meetup at the Columbus Pet Expo, and I need my chair to be in nice shape. The most difficult part of this is actually putting it back on, because you have to hold all of these parts together, and you have to put the screw through, and it's easier said than done. So usually what I do, I balance the screw there, I put one of my spacers on, and hold on here, slide them up here. Bear with me here, this is like the hardest part. There it goes. So now that this is through, it's very hard to see. I have it balanced, and then you gotta shoehorn the other spacer on the other side and push it through, and then you can line it back up with the other side, and it's through, and it's back on. I've been doing this for quite some time, so when you first start doing this, it's going to be harder than what it is for me, because I've been doing this for a while. So I usually hand tighten the one down, flip this back, and then, you know, screw it back on nice and tight. Which, don't tighten it up too tight because then it won't spin. There we go. And there you go. And it's back on, and it's nice and clean. And then sometimes I'll get, you can oil it before you put it on. I don't really like to because it's really annoying, but yeah, I spray a little bit of oil in there to lubricate it and let it spin more freely. Denali is sitting over here cuddling his toy. Let me see if I can't get him. Oh, maybe. Can you see him over here? Probably not. Hold on. He's cuddling his toy. Plug that back in. And then we're gonna do next side, same thing. Put the wrench on, flip this back. And then you just do the same thing and it spins right out. Again, right there is the little lug nut. Bolt. And you just kind of wiggle these guys out. And right there are the little spacers. There went one of my bearings. These are the wheel bearings. Those are what help spin the chair. This is right in the middle there. That, again, is another spacer. And all the hair that you pull out of your wheel bearings. And make sure that you're, like, getting in there and pulling it all out because it gets, like, wedged into the wheel bearings. And it's really annoying to try and get it all out. But yeah. Another thing that can help a lot of people who have chairs, as most of us do, with sling bottoms. I'll show in a minute how to change the tightness of your sling bottom because you can tighten them up. At least on my chair you can. You can probably look up your chair how to do it. That or you can look at the user manuals. And it should tell you how to do it. So up here. Maybe. Why is it that this side is always the harder one to do? Get in there. Hold on here. These are like the hardest things to put in because you really have to like finagle them in to get them to fit. Or if you're like me, you're just going to sit here and drop them 10 times before you put them in. Come on. Come on. Maybe. Come on. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Okay. As I said, sometimes it is easier said than done. There it goes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So sometimes you really have to sit here and like push them in to get them to go in. And then you just hand screw this till it's tight. And then tighten them back up. Helps if I don't get sprayed in the face with oil. Love that. But yeah, that's how you change casters out. That's also how you would change a caster out if you got new casters. But you would have to have your chair up and adjust everything to fit right. And I really don't suggest people doing any kind of adjustments like that without having a tech with you to do it. I'm going to see if I can't get some of this off of here. That's not going to come off. I'm going to have to color match that. But yeah, that's how you change those. Give these a minute. We're going to set this back up. So how you tighten your sling bottom. I'm going to scoot here. These two screws I already tightened this. Probably could do it again, honestly. It looks like it needs it. But you basically how mine is, there's Velcro under here, and you tighten this Velcro up, and it pulls the sling more taut and hardens the sling up. What I like to do is actually in my cushion instead, there is really hard cardboard in the bottom of this. I'm going to go when I get paid. When I go get paid, I'm getting some plyboard, and plyboard is going to be put in the bottom of this to try and hold it tighter together. Let me see if I can't show you. So I definitely need a new piece because, as you can tell, this guy is bent. But this is corrugated cardboard. It works pretty well. I mean, it's not the best thing in the world. I need plyboard, but this was cheap and easy, and it works. And I do tend to flip it to where the bend bends back and forth so that it's not the same length every time. Let me see if I can get back in here. Nope, get back in there. Sometimes it is easier said than done putting him back in here. There it goes. And there we go. And then my cushion gets zipped back up, and voila. Again, it's back in there, holds it nice and tight. I'm supposed to be getting a new cushion here soon. It's damp. I'm supposed to be getting a new cushion soon. That's easier on my hip joints. But yeah. Then from there, we're gonna do wheels. So again, hair, lovely, lovely hair all over inside of your chair. It's gonna happen regardless whether you like it or not. You're gonna get hair inside your casters, inside your wheel wells. It's gonna happen. I'm just trying to dust off some of the just grossness from the inside of my chair. But yeah, kind of see where that's gotten rubbed, but oh well. But yeah, this is kind of what I do. I just kind of clean it off as best as I can. And then, let's see here. Yeah, this is gonna need. I usually spray a little bit more oil in here until it slides freely back and forth. And then you have one wheel done. Yeah. Again, pulling hair out, and then oiling. And then cleaning this out as best as I can of any of the dirt and debris and just grossness that gets caught on the inside of your chair. Oh, Lord. And then that's the other wheel. I did get new foot plates. These are aluminum. They're metal. They're really nice. I really like these. And they are angle adjustable. So I can change the angle at which my foot sits on my foot plates, which is really nice. So we're going to put move cushion. That back on. Okay. To put those back on, and then chairs put back together for the most part. I think I'm probably going to adjust this. I gotta take this off. I do have a fanny pack that's tucked up underneath. This has, hello. This has all of my emergency stuff in it. So an emergency set of Allen wrenches, and it also has a knife in here. This is what I keep underneath of my chair to hold my equipment in case I don't have a bag on me and God forbid my chair break while I'm trying to use it. Because that would suck. So gotta get not a flathead. I need a Phillips head screwdriver. Good, Denali is sitting here chewing on his ball. Let's see if I can't show you. He's over there, sitting where he usually does when I'm in the floor working on stuff. He likes to sit and wait for mommy to get done and torment the cats. Denali, leave Booker alone. He doesn't want to play right now. Come here, now. Come on. Get down. Pick. Either lay down or go on. Hi, Booker. Lay down or leave Booker alone. Lay down. Denali. Thank you. He's being a turd and trying to play with the cats, and the cat doesn't want to play right now. Hi, Booker. Hi, buddy. It's my sister's cat. My two cats are asleep on the bed. Booker, I don't need your help, baby boy. Denali, leave Kiki alone. He doesn't want to play right now. This is the world's longest screw, I swear. Yeah. Switching these out so that I can do this faster. There we go. So much faster. So then I gotta pull this cap out. And then I'm gonna have to unscrew the other side, aren't I? Damn it. I'm definitely going to try and make this as tight as I can without messing with my but my folding capabilities of my chair, because it drives me nuts when the bottom is too low. It's really annoying. There it goes. Pull this cap back out. this without taking this whole thing off. I don't want to have to take both sides off because it's really annoying to put them back on. There it goes. Put this back on here. So this is the little piece that goes actually through the sling bottom, how a sling works. It really is so much harder than people think it is. It's not fun. You have to do maintenance on your chair. And this is going to be really loud, so just give me 1 second. There we go. It's not fun. It's not a good time. It's really not. And you have to deal with stupid, annoying general public bullcrap. And it's just annoying. Let's see if I can't get this. Yeah, if I had $1 for every dumb or ableist thing I came in contact with while using a wheelchair, I'd have a lot more money. Let's see here. Pull this out. Maybe. Oh, there it goes. Hold on. I gotta pull this up. Give me just a second. There it goes. It's much, much easier to put this in when the chair is pulled up where it's a smaller diameter here. I smell like oil. Dude, if I have almost run over, I can't tell you how many people, and I feel really bad about it, but like the longer you become a wheelchair user, the longer you use a wheelchair, the more and more you realize that people aren't paying any freaking attention, and if you're polite, they're just gonna look at you like you're an asshole. So yeah, no matter what you do, you're looked at as the dick in the situation. So, you know. Come on. This is easier said than done. Get in the hole. There we go. Thank God. All right. Thank God. This is like my least favorite thing to do, but it's got to be done because the slings get too slingy. They sag, and they get in the way. I think what we're gonna do here. Put my feet out. Nice and snug, and when I put my weight down, all right, cool. I like it to be more on the tight side because it's going to loosen up when I sit down on it anyways, so I like to have it on the tight side. Flip this, maybe. Oh, other side, that would help. Right? Wrong. I did have it on the right side before. There we go. But yeah, people are going to look at you like you're the a-hole in the situation regardless of what you do. So the longer you're a wheelchair user, the more and more you become used to the general public, and you just get over it. So it sucks, but it's a fact of life. So, and if I had people, when they ask me, you know, oh, what's happened, blah, 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 they think that I can't walk at all. And then when I'm able to, you know, get up and walk with holding on to something, they just give me dirty looks like, oh, she's faking it, when not. I spent a lot of my life trying to avoid using a wheelchair. I was told when I was 16 or 17 that it was going to be, you know, in all likelihood, that's what's going to happen. Is by the time I'm in my 20s, I was going to use a wheelchair. What, love? Enough. Hey, come on. Now. That's enough. It's the neighbors. Thank you. I was told when I was young that in all likelihood, by the time I'm in my 20s, I'm going to need to use a wheelchair. And I avoided it for a really long time, and I denied until it got to the point where I was miserable all the time. I hurt. I would just sit there and cry, and I was miserable, and I was constantly falling. I was constantly hurting myself, and it wasn't fair. So yeah, I talked to my doctor after my other chair was destroyed in a car accident. I talked to my doctor about getting a custom, and he agreed that it would help, especially on bad days where I literally can't walk. The really bad days are the days that I really need my chair. I can't put that kind of stress on my dog. I can't put that kind of stress. You know, a walker and a cane just don't help me that much because I still hurt. So I use my chair, and I'm able to go to work. I'm able to go out to the store. I'm able to, you know, live a relatively normal life, even though it's different from what other people are, you know, used to. Pretty much, if you use a wheelchair, you have to have some kind of severe impairment. You have to have cerebral palsy. You have to have, you know, a paralysis, be it para or quad. And that's just not the case. Now, I know people who do use chairs and milk it, and they shouldn't be. And they make up bullshit excuses. I have met people like that, and it's bullshit because they're the people who make wheelchair users look bad. But, you know, you can't, whatever. You can't fix it. You can't, you know, you can't do anything about it. So it's a fact of life. It sucks, but that's kind of how it is. But, yeah. Next thing, before I forget, oh, I'm dropping screws. So basically, real quick here, where I put my some of my equipment is in the front pockets of these. There's a bunch of my screws. Oh, hey, speaking of which, there's my other screws. I put it in the front pocket of here, just so that I know where it is, and then my larger pieces will go in. I have an entire box that has all of my stuff in it that goes to this chair, so that when I rehome her, they can have all of those pieces back. Same thing, these are the arm brace brackets, the for the side guards for my chair. Those are those pieces, like they're around. I'll find them. But yeah, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and put this back on. Like I said, I found this guy on Amazon, and I really, really like him. He's really cute, and he does fit me. So if I did decide that I wanted to wear it as an actual fanny pack, it does fit me. But this is where I put my emergency stuff. It's a emergency set of Allen wrenches in case my smart drive or my wheelchair piece breaks off, falls off, whatever. And then I also have my dog stabbing knife. So yeah, and technically this is legal. It is not a switchblade, because if you go, it has a retractable blade. But it's perfect for me. I don't have dexterity to open and close a pocket knife, so there's that. It also has a glass breaker. It's real nice. But yeah, that is my last ditch effort in case something were to ever happen and I have to put down a dog to save my dog. I don't want to do that. That's not what I want. But if it comes down to it, and it comes between my dog or their dog, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'll be damned. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You know, if you can't be responsible enough with your dog and it comes between my dog and yours, you know, it sucks to suck, but I rely on my dog. So, sounds heartless, but it's kind of part of being a handler, and it sucks, and I never thought that it would be that way, but it is. So, you know. Yeah, and usually for me, I do use my chair a lot. I do use my chair a lot. It helps me be able to have enough energy to be a productive member of society. And that's just kind of how it is. The only time I really don't use my chair is if I'm going in and out of somewhere, or if I'm feeling pretty good, and I'm, again, going in and out, then I will. But pretty much any kind of meetup or public outing, I will be in my chair, because it's too much on my body. And where is my other razor blade here? There it is. I usually use a lighter for this, but I don't have my lighter right now, so I'm just going to trim some of this off, because you don't want to have little hangies and then it pulls. Hello! I'm happy you're enjoying the videos. I've been kind of behind on videos, and I'm sorry for that. I have another video in the process. I was going to come home and do it last night and edit and post, but I ended up having a mild medical emergency. I had a very, very bad migraine, and my migraines get so bad that I black out or I puke, and I can black out and puke and choke. And yeah, I had to take emergency medication and try and sleep it off as best as I could. Luckily, it hasn't come back yet. I'm hoping, spin this around here. I'm hoping that my medication has kicked it and it's gone, but I have a sneaking suspicion that it's not, and it's just a low, dull roar, and it'll come back like it usually does. So yeah, you just take one day at a time. It freaking sucks, but it happens. I also think in my new video I discuss, they are looking into me having Chiari malformation, which is basically where your brain pushes down through your brain stem, and it causes all kinds of issues and can be deadly if you suffer any kind of trauma. Which I did. I was involved in a bad car accident, and I injured the back of my neck and skull pretty badly. And since then, it's only gotten worse. So yeah, I'm supposed to go to a physical therapist, and they're going to assess me and see if they can't find out without having to do imaging, because the imaging it's a lot. But yeah. That's kind of what's going on. It wouldn't surprise me if I had Chiari malformation. I've suffered from migraines like most of my life, to the point where I suffered from migraines most of my life to the point where I was so inebriated that like I couldn't even function in school. So it sucked a lot, and there was really nothing else that I could do to change it. So, you know, I went into a program. They did migraine assessments and all kinds of testing and different medications, and eventually it did help. And I was migraine free for a really long time. And then I had migraines here and there, and then I got into that car accident, and they're back with a vengeance. And they're worse than they were before. So it's great. Yet another thing I lost in a stupid car accident because someone had to text and drive and hit me. So yeah. Which I was involved in that car accident before most of my friends I have now ever met me. Before I ever did YouTube, before I did any of it. Honestly, I think I was involved right after I started my Instagram. So, you know, this is going to be loud. So it was before a lot of that. I'm tightening up my tension back if you're wondering what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm blessed that my doctor and the lovely people at the DMV both agree that with the precautions that I take and things like that, that I'm safe to drive. You would be surprised at how many people comment on my stuff like, you shouldn't drive, you shouldn't drive. It's between me and my doctor and the DMV. They're aware of my conditions. They're aware of things that happen. I'm on medication. I'm on precautionary medication. Denali is an alert dog. You can't pass out while you're seated. It's practically impossible. It can happen, but not with the type that I deal with. Chill out. It's not like I'm lying to my doctors. They're well aware of my conditions. They're well aware of what's going on. I hate that people think that I would be that dumb. People who know me personally, I've lost some really good people in my life to car accidents. People I loved very dearly. And, you know, it pisses me off, to be entirely honest, that people would think that I would be so dumb. I understand those people don't know me personally, but I take car safety very seriously. It's yet another reason why Denali is not allowed to ride where he wants to. He wants to ride co-pilot. He's not allowed. No, you're fine. I'm not offended. I'm talking about people who comment on my stuff. I've had to moderate and delete stuff, and that's another thing. I feel like people don't even listen to the videos, like they just come and comment anyway, because I even say in videos like it won't be tolerated, so like if you comment you're gonna get blocked anyways, so why do it? Like there's no drama rule, there's no bull crap, nothing. If it's gonna start a fight, if you're gonna have a pissy comment, leave it alone, leave it to yourself, because you're gonna get blocked. I don't have a problem having a block list that's a mile long. I really don't. You know, and I've contemplated just turning off the commenting on all of my videos, because I don't make videos for people to show their ass and just be a butthole. That's not why I make videos. And if that's honestly why you're going to be here, then don't be here. But, you know, I leave the comments on as long as I can. If it becomes an issue and it becomes too much of an issue, I turn them off. I'm sure some of you have noticed the comments on my service dog handler gets assaulted video got turned off, which the older videos, pretty much anything that has some ex-affiliates of mine in them will be removed once I have enough videos to, you know, substantiate my channel. They will be removed. So enjoy that while you still can. But yeah, they'll be removed. I don't care to have them on my channel anymore. So I really wish that I'm really contemplating cutting part of this off. I know that sounds crazy, but it's really annoying. I'll try and show you here. Okay, so this giant flap, there's no reason for him to be here. There's no reason. I get if people don't have a cushion in their chair, this is supposed to fold up to hold the seat together, but like, it's a lot. Like, there's no reason to have this much excess on here. The only thing I worry about is that I alter my own stuff. Where are you at, babe? I don't want to hit you. I don't want to hit Denali with my chair while I'm moving it around. Is that there's like a padding in here. So yeah. I worry that if I go to alter this and I cut it and hem it, that there's gonna be issues with the padding. But like, there's no reason for this to be here, and it interferes with my smart drive. Honestly, let's see here. I love being able to do this stuff because it makes my chair more comfortable for me. Which I used to do this for a couple different friends of mine that have chairs. I would alter their chairs for them. No cost. I would just alter them to make them more comfortable so they didn't have to pay to have a custom done. But yeah. We're gonna just shimmy, shimmy, shimmy him on up here. Oh, and I dropped one of those. Hold on here. I'll kind of show you how this works. Give me just 1 second here. Maybe. Let go of him. Thank you. Where'd he go? There he is. Okay. So, I'm going to show you this real quick so that you can see exactly what the back of this is. So, this is what the inside of a chair looks like. Oh, hello, Denali. This is what the inside of a chair looks like. There's just 2 rigid poles that go up here. And there can actually change the angle of the back. There's little notches over here that you can't really see. But they change the angle of the back. So if I wanted to get a rigid backrest, I could. Hi. Hello, my baby. Oh, and hold on. Brought me his ball. Whoop. Exactly. It's really annoying that, like, people think that I would be so selfish as to lie about something like that to my doctor. Like, you don't lie about those things. You just don't. Dude, the UK is so ahead of the United States when it comes to accessibility. They really are. So, I think what's going to happen, I'm going to take, give me just 1 second. I have to go get my, fabric scissors, so give me a minute. I'm going to have to move this. Move my foot plates here. I have to get out of the floor, so I have to use my chair, so just give me a second. Okay. Denali, here. Good boy. Okay. Side. Here. Come side. Right here. Come. There you go. Stand. Stand square. That's better. Thank you. Okay. I looked at me. Hi. Yeah. Eat your ball. Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, I'm not doing that again. Okay. So, I think what we're going to do here is instead of cutting into, you can see here, this is all padding. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little inch seam down here off and see how it fits. Because this is already hemmed, so if I cut this, it's not going to fray. So it's one less thing I have to deal with. I am going to take this down from the seam though, in case something happens and I do need to hem it. Make sure I'm not doing this wrong. That would suck. Hi, Book. Hi. Do you want to show everyone your big dumb face? Come here. Look how good he is. I know, you're so mad. Okay. This is much easier to cut than what I thought it would be. I don't suggest doing this unless you know for a fact that you can fix it, like I can. Don't do this if you don't know that you can fix it. And there we go. Okay. An inch off. Okay. Now let's see here. We're going to take him off here. It's my back strap. Okay, give me the ball. Yes. He wants to play. So, show you the bottom seam now. See, it's still hemmed. I did not cut anywhere near that seam, so there's still plenty of grippy so that it doesn't come loose. And now we're going to see here if this looks okay and if it fits okay on my chair. I probably need to go through and patch this. There's a little hole here in the back. We had an incident when I was taking the original back off. There was eyelets on there and I wanted to take them off. Well, the eyelet got caught and it ripped a small hole, and then the hole has grown. So I need to get nylon and patch that, but my friend is the one with the nylon right now because we made vests, so we have to wait on that. Let's see here. So there we go. Denali, leave Kiki alone. Now, sir, go get your ball. He doesn't want to play right now. Thank you. Denali loves to play with my two male cats, and they ain't feeling it today, so he's a little upsetty spaghetti about the fact that the cats don't want to play with him. Denali, get your ball and leave them alone. Shoehorn him. Ouch. Thanks, EDS, for letting me have very wiggly fingers. Maybe. There it goes. Cool. All right. And then we got to wiggle, 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 and put it back on there. And then you take this. You can't see any of this. There we go. So basically you take this and you start wrapping these back around the posts. And I lightly tighten them all, and then I will go through and actually like tighten them all when I get done lightly tightening them, just to keep them together here. I don't know, I might call Phil back and tell him that I need the consultation. Well, no, because I need my Cambridge taken in. So I am taking, excuse me, I'm taking my camber in, which is the angle at which my wheels splay. I'm going to take my camber in and make it pretty much 90 degrees. Just because I use my smart drive most of the time, and when I don't, I really don't have the issue being able to push anymore since I saved the energy from using the smart drive. So, sir, I see you trying to play with cats. Quit. Now, get your ball. Tighten these back up. Make sure that there's no more here. All right. Bear with me here. Which, if any of you guys have any questions, like, I don't care to answer any questions while I'm doing this. I know it can be kind of boring because I'm trying to focus on not messing this up so that I don't have to take it apart and do it again. But, here's that. And then where's the center strap? That's better than what it was. Can I help you? Denali, get over here. Now, come here. You're being a butthole. Come here. Come here. Or the other side, that works too. What? Alright. Flip this down. That looks so much better already. I don't know how well you can tell, but it took a lot of the extra flappage from my chair. If I would have thought about it, I would have grabbed my smart drive, but I didn't. And I'm not going back out while it's freaking snowing here to go get my smart drive and test it and see how well that works. So another big issue that I'm having right now, there's only 2 people, and I think it's just you and Emily, so you're good. I don't mind a small live video, but when you take a camber out, see if I can't. So you can kind of tell my wheels are at an angle. It likes to push on my side guards, and it's really annoying. So I really need it straight up and down. Now, I did change the camber on one of them slightly. Hello, kitty. I did change them slightly, but I really need to go and have a tech adjust them fully to make them how I want them. I probably just keep a, like, 1 in camber, because right now I think I'm at a 2 or a 3. So that's kind of what we're going to do, which I don't know if you can tell either, but since doing this, we don't have any more slingage. It's no longer slung on the bottom now that it's nice and tight, and the cushion is nice and tight. I did take the Velcro off the bottom of my cushion because I don't have very much dexterity and grip in my hands that I really need to. So pulling this up and off of the Velcro every single time kills my hands. So I just have it wedged back there. It's held in place just fine, and I don't really have to worry about it. So, yeah. Cat, what are you doing? My cat is being so weird right now. Let's see here. There's a couple other pieces that I need to trim off here. I'm the one who did the back sling. I took my canes off. People kept touching me and moving me, and it really made me uncomfortable, and it pissed me off because people kept touching me. So I took them off. So now people don't have anything to grab onto on the back of my chair. It's sad that I have to do that, but it is what it is, and it keeps people from touching my stuff. So there's that. And then I think what we're going to do here, I am going to get up here and sit and see if I need to adjust anything. So bear with me as I climb into my chair. Okay, so I can already tell you it's much, much better than what it was, comfortability-wise. We're gonna scooch you guys right over here. I do wish that my chair was tapered, but it's not. It's not too big of a deal, though. Put those in. Let's see if I need to adjust these. I'm probably going to adjust my foot plates. Oh, they're so cold right now. I came in from outside. I don't know if I can back up far enough for you to see. There we go. Denali, push your baby. I do wish that these were tapered in. They're not, but it happens. It's not too big of a deal. But yeah, that's kind of how I do chair maintenance. I do need to move these up. So give me 1 second here. Hello, Denali. So I'll show you how I change the settings on my stuff. Give me a minute here. I'm going to change these out. Let's see if these ones fit. No, they do not. I need a next step down. Let's see about this one. There it goes. Ah! Dropping things. So, doing this. So I'm not changing the angle of my foot plates. I'm changing the height of my foot plates. They tend to get scooched down over time. I like mine pretty high because I like my feet to be in more of a 90-degree angle. It's also easier to carry things on my lap that way. So this is like the easiest one to do. And there you go. Now it's shorter than what it was. This also keeps me, when I jump curbs, from having my foot plates touch the ground and make me wipe out because it sucks and it hurts. Not a fan. You can see how long that one is. You can also see where it's scratched up for where it should be from where it slides. So it's just kind of something you have to deal with and adjust over time. Believe these are about the same height now for the most part. And there we go. And they're fixed better, and my legs are at the angle I want. Denali, whoosh, so I can back up. Thank you. So my legs are at a 90-degree angle, and I can actually sit things on my lap now instead of having to be very careful about putting things on my lap. So that's kind of how I fix my stuff and do maintenance on my chair. I do have some new things coming and adjusting and all that jazz. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. Excuse me. I'm supposed to be going to get fitted for knee braces soon. Actually, what is today? Yeah, tomorrow. Supposed to go tomorrow to go get fitted to hopefully be able to walk more comfortably. Hopefully. But yeah, that's what's going on. My head is actually starting to kind of hurt, so I'm probably going to go and lay back down with the lights off so that my migraine doesn't come back. But yeah, hello, Kiki. That's kind of how I do maintenance on my chair. And there goes Denali trying to play with the cat. Denali. Yeah, you can check your peen. Quit. It's rude. Come here. Ah! I said no more. Now come here. Now, Denali. Come here. Thank you. Come on. Up, up. Up, up. Come on. You baby. You good boy. Yeah, it was nice seeing and talking to you guys. If you ever have any questions, feel free to DM me or ask in the comment section of one of the videos. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna lay down and relax, and probably do some laundry because I need to do my laundry. But yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Hopefully the video that I have waiting to be edited will be up within the week. My birthday is tomorrow, so it probably won't be until after the weekend. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on. I will see you guys next time.